Hey y'all, welcome back to Ormsby Farm. So on today's video, we are going to get started with the corn area, the corn patch. I've been kind of dreading it because it's a hot mess and the grass is super long and there's old logs there that need to be pulled, blah, 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 tons of stuff. So today's video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mow it down. I'm going to pull all the trees that are from there. I'm going to try to pull up these two grapevines. There are two grapevines that did not come back last year and they still have not come back. So I'm going to pull those up. We're going to mow again and get it ready to be tilled. We have rain the next couple of days, so I'm trying to get all of this stuff done before it rains. So we'll see if that's possible. Let's roll the intro.
I'm coming home.
All right, so y'all, this area was like so overgrown, and I tell you, it was like super, super overgrown. I really hadn't even decided why I decided to choose that area for the corn, but I just started by using a hand mower to mow everything down around where this tree was. I'll give it to her. The previous owner was definitely crafty with how she trellised these grapevines, but I just don't understand why they didn't come back. So they ain't working, they ain't growing, so they's got to go. So basically what I'm doing now is I'm just kind of mowing down this whole area. This area was so high, it was probably above my knee. I don't know if you can really tell it in the camera of how high this grass was. But what I was going to do is going to mow by hand and then get the riding lawnmower out and get it to the lowest level, kind of like what I did with the watermelon patch area. One thing that I noticed as I'm mowing is there are so many vines coming out of the ground, dead vines, that it was shooting back, and it was just a struggle. I look like I'm really enthused in this video right here on mowing. I guess I was just really looking forward to it, y'all. It was hot, but I knew the outcome would be really good, and I really wanted a corn patch, and this was kind of the only area that had enough, where it got enough sun. So yeah. All right, so for the most part it's mowed, but the weeds have grown around this dead grapevine on both sides. So now I have to be creative and figure out how to get that away because the mowing's not getting it. So let's try to pull. Y'all, let me tell you, I don't know what this lady done did with all this stuff around this grapevine. I was finding metal, I was finding trellises, I was finding broken beer bottles. It was crazy. Luckily, I had my gloves on because most of the time I don't have my gloves on, and then I kind of regret it the next day. But I'm just pulling as much weeds that I can. I'm going to mow them up anyways because it will be raked once I tilled. So I'm just like, let me just put it in the middle. But Mom did come over and help and take all of that stuff to our burn pile. But y'all, it was so much tall weeds, and then it started like growing up on the fence going to the garden. I was like, my Lord have mercy, what is going on over here? So I kept on pulling. This one was the smallest of the grapevine, so it was a lot easier to get the grapevine up. It didn't look very easy right there as I almost fell. But what I basically did was I used my clippers and I cut the grapevine down all the way at the ground, and then I'm moving the corn back about 2 feet just to allow the grapevines to stay on the ground because it was a struggle. Speaking of struggle, getting this log on this rolling thing to get it out of the way. I don't know why it was so heavy, but hers just was. And for me to try to actually roll it was a struggle bus in itself. If only I would have left the sound on here. It was pretty hysterical, my grunting and hooting and hollering to get this stuff going. But I tried to be smart and think, okay, I'm going to pull it on some wheels. Well, it worked a little bit until everything started rolling all over the place. And then it, well, didn't work, as you can tell. Well, I thought I was somewhat smart. So yeah, I did kind of get Mom's help. We got that metal piece. We had a lot of those. The guy that used to own the farm worked at a metal plant. And so these little like hoopy things or whatever they are were all over. I think we've probably sold maybe 100 of them so far. But they just keep on popping up everywhere. So basically, once all that was moved and I cut all the vines down, I went back with a hand mower to kind of clean up that area there. I just couldn't believe, as I was mowing, I got a little bit more perky because I couldn't believe that that area looked the way it did before I was mowing everything. I mean, it's crazy. That's one thing I always preach to people. If you have a dream and you want to do it, get it done, because you will be so happy with it. I had been procrastinating this area forever, but now that I saw that it's actually close to being done, I was so excited, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm tired. And I look a sweaty, delicious, hot mess. But yes, that's all for this video. So next is I'm gonna have to till it up, rake it up, because there's a lot of grass in this area. So there's gonna be a lot of tilling and raking. And then I will put down the ground cover that I kept from the garden of last year, so it's smaller. It's about 12 feet wide. And we will go ahead and plant all the wonderful corn seeds that were sent from my friend Christina over at Hilltop Gardens. So y'all, if you enjoyed this video, I hope you are liking and subscribing to this channel, and press the bell icon because that will let you know anytime that new content drops to the channel. And follow us on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and Twitter for all the shenanigans that I post there on a daily basis. And until next video, thanks for stopping by. Be blessed.
I'm coming